My name is Swarna Rajagopalan. I'm grateful to Srilata for including me in this galaxy of poets, and I am here to represent the countless women who scribble poems and stories and songs in notebooks and on scraps of paper they can never find again. I am here to honor their words, often secrets that die with them. I am going to read you five poems, one each on the four good words, and then one more generally on gender violence. Justice. Our Lady of Justice. Along the seashore, on the sides of roads, you stand mute witness to decades of mutually inflicted pain. Beyond you lies the other witness, that rippled, shimmering, hard-working ocean, capable of enduring the highest and lowest tides with equanimity. You have both seen everything, the silent Madonna and the dispassionate waves. How can you be silent, I lament? I drive by, putting names together with attacks and atrocities. You saw it all happen, the fuming and the festering, the eruption and the hostilities. You saw the chases and the encounters, the shooting and the suicides, the grief, the endless numbing grief. It happened before you, my lady, as you stood in the many chapels that dot the beaches. Our Lady of Suffering, Our Lady Star of the Sea, Our Lady of Perpetual Succor, you did not stop the suffering. I do not know what your reasons are. I do not know either what makes these people who saw you watch their suffering without intervention come back to you with their petitions and their tears and the belief that you care and to build and tend to these, your seaside and roadside homes. They know you saw everything. Perhaps they come back to you in the belief that when they are long gone and all these commissions of inquiry are history, you will remember, you will track, and in your infinitely compassionate way, you finally will bring justice. Our Lady of Hope, Our Lady of Light, Our Lady of Peace. Equality, this difficult word. I rummage through decades of words spun and spilt at an assortment of altars: love, anger, anxiety, beauty, sorrow, and even words. But the word I invoke most at work is conspicuously absent: equality. Apparently, equality has never moved my soul to lyrical eloquence. I wonder why. Is it the inequality I enjoy? The warm cocoon of the world I take for granted? This is how my life will surely be, and whose disappearance I cannot in fact imagine, or when I try, end up closing my eyes tight. As it was writ, so do I enjoy. That is all. Or is it the equality I have never enjoyed, so that I have nothing to wax eloquent about? A place for everyone, and everyone in their place, especially as women. All other things remaining equal, all other things not us. Well, I don't know how to end that because nothing is actually equal, is it? Really, you want me to spin poetry out of a word with the romance of a central government office block, out of a word that is as joyful as the leveling weight that flattens us? A word that is so abstract that most of us would be hard pressed to tell you what it signifies? What is it about this word that when I utter it in a workshop, stars sparkle and bells ring around me, but sitting with pen, paper, and equality, there are few things less inspiring? Then I have to wonder, how are we going to build a world of equality when we cannot even write a few beautiful words about it? Liberty. Hey there, are you looking for me in age appropriate, stage appropriate, wage appropriate, rage appropriate cages, in roles as perfectly snug as square pegs in round holes, clad in the colors of your expectations, the fabric of your stereotypes? Unfold the map that leads you to me. Beyond all these things, most of which I do not understand, if you would only look carefully, if you would only let me speak, if you would only listen with open mind and heart, there is just me. Here I am as I am. Fraternity, by which I really mean sorority or sisterhood. When sisters gather, sisters who are strangers, in the hope of finding themselves in each other. Sisters gather and stories are exchanged, mumbling, halting, then gushing like a torrent unstoppable, stories in spate. Sisters gather, skeptical about sorority, defensive about their anxiety, urgently in need of hope and each other. Will you be the one to heed my need? Sisters gather, having forgotten nothing about the last dozen times they squabbled, fought, argued, the cold wars that thaw with the first tickle of laughter and the first trickle of tears. Sisters gather to grieve over other sisters, spent, lost, felled, and to lament the silence over their fate. When you are cut, I bleed, they tell each other. Sisters gather and promise each other that they will not forget, not the ones who disappeared, not the ones who died, not the abandonment or violence, not each other. Sisters gather over the baby's crib, gushing, cooing, and remembering why they are here. This baby and all the others deserve better than we have got. Sisters gather to partake of food, wine, love, and empathy, to celebrate each other generously and in solidarity. When sisters gather, they change the world. Which hands are yours? Hands that touch to heal, hands that strike a deal, hands that stroke to feel. Hands stretch out in hope, hands throw out a rope, hands reach out to grow. Hands won't let you trip, hands tighten their grip, hands wander to rip. Helping hands that never flinch, hands that seek a clinch, hands that skulk to pitch. Hands that make great art, hands that stand apart, hands that break your heart. Hands that help you up, hands form your back up, hands that spike your cup. Hands that shape the earth, hands that lift your skirt, hands that know to hurt. Hands that hold you safe, hands that probe your shape, hands that commit rape. Hands you hold in trust, hands enforce their lust, hands turn trust to dust. Hands that care and share, of other hands beware, they are everywhere. Which hands are yours?